Hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and are you sure? Okay, here we go. So let me tell you something that you should not do. Let me tell you something that you should not do. And I tell you a lot of things that you should not do. Because I've been through some things, I've experienced some things, I've seen some things. And what you should not do is lie on your dick or lie on your pussy. You know, there's like individuals that love to parade and or to let people know that they slept with someone or that they're dating someone or that they have attention of individuals that they don't have, because it makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel as if they're attractive. It makes them feel like they're desirable in the eyes of other people because they're lacking. They can't do it on their own. They can't pull women without using somebody else to kind of make them jealous. Just like some women can't pull men without using their pussy to try to make other women jealous, right? Like, they can't do it. There are some people that can't do it. They can't use their words. They can't use their natural flirtatious behavior to get those things that they desire, which is usually sex. It's usually just sexual. It's sexual gratification as well as ego stroking. They want their ego stroked, they want the sexual gratification, and they want to be able to get their ego stroked whenever, and they want to be able to receive or get sexual gratification whenever they want it. Let me take off my gazelles for this. No, they're not gazelles. Alright, not yet. There were individuals that lied on me, told people that they had a good time, fun time with me sexually, and or that they were dating me, and it was not true. By them doing this, other individuals that were interested thought that they had a chance because of what this person or these individuals look like. They didn't look the best, they weren't the most attractive, they didn't have a lot of money, they didn't have a lot of materialistic things, so on and so forth. So they basically, in short, thought that I was a slut, which I was not. So there are other individuals that were trying to approach me in a manner that I do not entertain because of lies that were told by another individual, because they didn't want to say, oh, she curved me, or they didn't want to say, oh, she wasn't interested in me, she rejected me, I didn't get access, or I didn't have a good time, fun time, I lied about that. To save their face, as well as try to stroke their ego and try to get other people to jump on their dick, they lied. They lied. And they subjected other people to that treatment that they experienced because of their behavior, their attitude, their behavior, how they came at me. Those same guys experienced the same emotional damage, is what just came to mind, that the originator of the lie experienced. So basically, he didn't want to be the only one that had been rejected. He had other individuals rejected as well too, and then all of them come together to then come up against me because I rejected them, when the originator, and I just spoke on people that lie, the originator of the lie, how they trap and or get other people caught up in their lie. And it causes more trauma to the individuals that were lying than it does to the person that was lied on. Yeah, that's a damn shame, isn't it? But it happened to me. And it just happened once. It happened a few times. Because these individuals, like I said, they thought that I was a slut. I was never a slut. They thought that it was easy to get. Never easy to get. They thought that they could just come in with the least, and try to get what they wanted, and that was a no-no. And do you know who protected me? It was God that protected me from these individuals. It was God that helped me to see what these individuals were doing, what they were trying to do, and how they were basically sullying my character in a space and or in environments that I was never a part of, nor did I want or care to be a part of. Real fucked up, isn't it? I was thinking about the song by Sherelle, I Didn't Mean to Turn You On, and I actually heard about that song through the movie Glitter. Shout out Mariah Carey for that movie. That movie is a banger. Glitter, love the movie, love the soundtrack. But I Didn't Mean to Turn You On, like, that song came out in what, like the 80s when that song came out? So imagine how men can be today if you were to reject them. You have people that are talking about, to avoid rejecting a man when he asks for my phone number, I just give him my phone number and then I block him. Doesn't matter. If he has your phone number, he can still track you and locate you, especially if he's a stalker. If he's a harasser, he can find other ways to get to you. Okay, you blocked him on this number or whatever, but he still has access to your number. He can contact you using a different phone number. So these men, nowadays, especially nowadays, if you reject these men, there's no telling what they will do, especially when they have the information. Your information, either where you live or your phone number, which they can then track and locate you to wherever else you go. It's very, very dangerous out here nowadays. So it's almost to the point where these men, and I'm just speaking on the men right now, these men can feel as if, oh no, if I show interest, you better spread your legs. Oh, if I show interest, you better be interested back, or you don't want to know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do all I can to destroy your life. That's the mentality of some of these men. Same thing goes for these women. These women, see, the thing is, with females and with women, the thing is, real talk, these women, some of these individuals, some of these women have no problem spreading their legs for men just to get attention. And when there's a man that they really want, they will do everything they can to show this man that they're the prize, they're the one that they should date, they're the one that they should be with, so on and so forth. And if that includes doing all types of sexual positions and sexual degradation in order to make them look like the prize and whatnot, they'll do it. Because they want that man. They're desperate. They're desperate. And if there is a man that they want that doesn't want them, oh my goodness. Let any other woman, any other female come into that man's presence, that bitch is there to stop it. She has a tracker on him. She is stalking him. She is harassing him. She is showing up where he's at and interrupting and interfering in anything that he has going on in his life because she's the prize. You need to want her. You better want her. And if you don't, she's going to harass you until you do. And don't have sex with her. Don't have sex with her. Because if she is able to spread her legs and get you to nut in her and get pregnant, oh, now she's got you locked. And then when you don't want to be a part of her life because you see how crazy she is, you don't want to be a part of her life, you don't want to have a child with her, you don't want to be a part of the child's life, next thing you know, oh, she's been done wrong. She's been affected. She's been set up. She's been traumatized, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. And then the bitch will go out, see somebody else she wants, do the same song and dance on his dick, and end up pregnant again. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. But it's so real. It's so real. It's real, it's honest, and it's genuine how crazy some individuals can be just because they want someone that does not want them. So that's why you have a lot of individuals that decide to stay single. That's why you have a lot of individuals that don't want to have children. That's why you have a lot of individuals that are so cautious before they even engage in any kind of interaction with someone that may be interested in them and they might be interested in them, because you never know. And then what usually happens after it doesn't go right, if the date doesn't go right and you let them know, okay, I'm not interested, or you ghost them, next thing you know, like I said, they start harassing you, they start stalking you, so on and so forth. Example, there was an individual at my work, and there were quite a few where I worked at, that would come in and want to flirt and or talk to me or have access to me and whatnot, and so on and so forth. I'm not interested in any female, any woman, period, point blank. Never have been, never will be. Tried it once, did not enjoy the experience, and nothing against women, but it's not for me. It's not. And this woman, one of many, this one in particular, was so upset that I was not interested in her, physically, sexually, emotionally, mentally. I wasn't interested in her. She didn't have anything that I was interested in. There was no connection. There was no attraction. If anything, there was me feeling as if, my goodness, my gracious, why won't you leave me the fuck alone? Why won't you leave me alone? Why don't you live your life? And note, this woman married. She's married. And her husband works in the oil fields. But even her own husband didn't want her, because it took him 10 years. 10 years. 10 years to propose to her. 10. And the only reason why he probably proposed to her is because he felt it's cheaper to keep. Yeah, I just it's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her. It's better to keep her than to not, because of possibly how crazy she was, and also maybe she was doing certain things for him, not sexually, but evil, wicked behavior that he was gaining and or benefiting off of. Not pregnant. She has not been pregnant. They do not have any children together. And I don't think he wants to have children. If he was a smart man, he went and got a vasectomy to make sure that he would not impregnate this bitch. Are you with me? So now, this girl, any guy, and it was almost like clockwork, any guy that was coming into the store that may have had interest in me, here she would come in and she would interject herself into the conversation that I was having with this guy. And there was honestly not any interest in whoever I was dealing with, because I keep business and pleasure separated. I don't mix business with pleasure. I don't care how attractive the other person is. I never have. I never will. That's not my intention. That's not my plan. So what I ended up doing was I saw this bitch for who she was. And this bitch actually told on herself. I call her a bitch because she's a bitch. She actually told on herself, and I mentioned this before in another video. She actually came in my face and told me that I would never have anybody that would love me and or want me, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So that was a threat, right? That was a threat. In her mind, it was a promise. In her mind, it was a promise. To me, it was a threat. I chuckled at the bitch. The reason why I chuckled at the bitch was because I knew that any weapon formed against me is not going to prosper, and what God has for me is for me. So anything that you try to do, if it's not in the will of God, it's not going to work. Bingo. So you're not a threat, you're nothing to me, and you just basically expose yourself as being a toxic female, which I already picked up on from the beginning, which is why I kept my distance from you, and why I had no interest in you, period. Other than business. That's it. So, in saying that and showing that, In saying that and showing that, I realized that I can't allow certain individuals into my experience, into my place, into my space in any way, shape, or form. Because they're toxic. I see them as being toxic. But that does not mean that they're not going to engage in toxic behaviors because I've decided or chosen to distance myself from these individuals. You get it? You can't allow these individuals to negatively affect your life. But there's also nothing that you can do to stop them from doing what it is that they're wanting to do and are planning to do anyway. All you can do is continue to live your life and trust that God is seeing what these people are doing and that He's keeping you safe and protected. That's it. That's all. Gotta go.